오늘은 2023년 4월 6일 목요일입니다. 파친고 페이지 14. At the sight of him, it made sense that the maid hadn't turned him away. He was formed like a young pine, straight and elegant, and he was unusually handsome. Slender smiling eyes, a strong nose, and long neck. 이삭이 얘기하나 보다. The man had a pale, unlined brow, and he looked nothing like the grizzled lodgers who yelled for their food or teased the maid for being unmarried. The young man wore a Western-style shirt and a thick winter coat. The imported leather suitcase, and trilby were all out of place in the small entryway. From the looks of him, the man had enough money for a room downtown in a larger inn for merchant or tradespeople. Nearly all the inns of Busan where Koreans could stay were full, but for good money it was possible to get something. He couldn't have passed for a rich Japanese in the way he dressed. The maid stared at the gentleman with her mouth slightly agape, hoping he would be allowed to stay. 양진 bowed, 인사를 했군. Not knowing what to say to him, 뭐라고 말할지 몰랐군. No doubt, 의심의 여지 없이, the brother had sent a letter. 형이 편지를 보냈군. But she didn't know how to read. 양진은 읽을 수가 없었군. Once every few months, she asked the schoolmaster in town to read her mail, but she hadn't done so this winter for lack of time. 아주머니! He bowed. 인사를 했어요. I hope I didn't wake up. It was dark when I got off the ferry. I didn't know about your husband until today. I'm sorry to hear the sad news. I'm back Isak. I come from Pyongyang. My brother Baek Yosef stayed here many years ago. His northern accent was mild. 아주머니, 우리 형이 몇 년 전 여길 머물렀더랬시요. 이렇게. His northern accent was mild, and his speech was learned. 배운 사람은 말은 다른가? I hoped to stay here for a few weeks before going to Osaka. 양진 looked down at her bare feet. The guest room was already full, and a man like this would expect his own sleeping quarters at this time of night to find a boatman to take him back to the mainland would be hard. 이삭 withdrew a white handkerchief, 손수건까지 갖고 다니네, from his trousers and covered his mouth to cough. My brother was here almost 10 years ago. I wonder if you remember him. He had admired your husband very much. 양진 nodded. The old bag stood out in her memory because he wasn't a fisherman or someone who worked in the market. His first name was Joseph. He'd been named after a person in the Bible. His parents were Christian and founders of the Church of North. But your brother, the gentleman, didn't look like you very much. He was short, with round metal spectacles. He was headed to Japan. He stayed for several weeks before going. Yes, Isaac's face brightened. He hadn't seen Joseph in over a decade. He lived in Osaka with his wife. He's the one who wrote to your husband. He insisted that I stay here. He wrote about your steel coffee shop better than home, he said. 양진 smiled. How could she not? Brother says your husband worked very hard. Isaac didn't bring up the club foot or the cleft place, though of course Joseph had mentioned these things in his letter. Isaac had been curious to meet this man who'd overcome such difficulties. 너무 재밌지만 그만해야겠다. There is no time to read. I have to go to office. Bye.